Thank you. Thank you, dear friend. It's not only a pleasure, it's very important for me to be here today with you. And it's really a special honor to speak after the President of Israel, Rubi Rivlin. And I would like to express my appreciation, I believe our appreciation, not only for his words, but also for being here. Because the President of Israel, that comes basically from the same ideological home like mine, is fighting as a true liberal for the right of every Israeli to express his ideas, even or maybe especially ideas that are different than his. And it is important now more than ever, because this conference represents ideas that slowly but surely are becoming non-legitimate in Israel. Peace and democracy. This is the motto of this conference. My friends, peace became a dirty word in Israel last elections because peace is this thing that left wing is giving to the Palestinians. Democracy is going to be a dirty word in next elections because democracy is that thing that left wing is giving the Israeli Arabs. So now this is the time to be united and to fight for these words, because it's not only words, it's a matter of values, our values. Now, it's not going to be simple, because we are after years and years in which the Israeli Prime Minister labeled as enemy those who oppose his own views, those who think different. We all remember what happened in the last or during the last elections, what Netanyahu said about the Israeli Arabs. But the Prime Minister didn't just speak about the Israeli Arabs, something which is horrific enough for itself. It was a combination of Arabs, our enemies outside of Israel, Israeli Arabs, left-wing, left NGOs that are being financed by foreign governments, and they refer to all of us not as political opponents, but as real enemies. And the Haaretz, New York Times, New Israeli Fund, for him, is real enemy and a target, and we need to fight this together. And we need to fight against it, not for us. It's not about us, but for that maybe we should change the name from Haaretz to the Amdina, from the Haaretz to the state. But the problem is that the real discussion, we don't have this real discussion in Israel because of fear. The more we have deterioration in our security situation, this is the excuse for everything. The excuse to harm the Supreme Court, to excuse for labeling left-wing NGOs, even the excuse, not the real reason for the decisions on the natural gas. My friends, the last terror events in Israel made it clear that right-wing doesn't have the monopoly on security. Just a short personal story. Because I said that Rubi Rivlin came from the same ideological home that I came from. And when I entered politics, when I joined politics, my father was not alive. Both my parents were freedom fighters, Irgun, Etzel. They met while robbing a British train at night. They are the first couple that got married in the state of Israel, in Hey B'Yar Tashach. But yet my mother was alive, and I was speaking since day one in politics about two states, and I hope that she didn't hear me speaking about it. That she's busy, she didn't listen to radio or television, and one day she called me.